Hey guys, still here and welcome back to War on the Sea. This version of War on the Sea has been updated. We are now running on patch 1.08C7 and in 1.80 or 108C6 they added range circles. Now it's the first time that you're seeing them because I record these episodes a bit in advance, but it makes it a lot easier to see where an enemy base can detect you. This thing, for example, the Shortland Islands, it has a tier 2 harbor and a tier 2 airport, and it has a larger range circle because of that. Bougainville, not so much. It has no airport, no port whatsoever, so that means less detection. This does mean that I know exactly where my submarines can and cannot patrol. So the Grunion and the Barb, they can just keep patrolling here. And we're going to have the Guardfish, how apt, and the Amberjack patrolling here. Just outside of range, to ensure that I don't constantly have those engagements between these submarines and any kind of aircraft launched by Rabaul. Enterprise still en route towards Rabaul to help intercept enemy craft. I was initially planning on bombarding it, but supposedly it doesn't work that well. So I'm just going to have to go out there and test. I just want to see what happens. Also, it was very much requested that I launch another battleship into the fight. So let's see if I can afford one. The North Cal is under repair. Washington is already commissioned. It was requested, I think, that I deploy a South Dakota class battleship. Problem, I don't have enough command points. I'm at 53, I need 80. Now there are still some ships operating around here, which still can be sunk. At least that's the plan. But I need to do a bit of scouting in order to find those. Speaking of scouting, Milne Bay also needs a bit of scouting, considering that there might still be a task force around. I've already done quite a bit of searching here, but I'm just not sure where they went. Port Moresby seems to be in the clear right now. Rennell Island still heavily being fought over. And Guadalcanal, same deal. There are no new troops here, because they're all en route to Rennell Islands, and then, once we have recaptured that, Guadalcanal is next. So it's basically waiting for another encounter right now, just managing some of the stuff that I have going on, but right now, nothing too interesting. So we're just going to put this at 600 times speed. Oh, hello. That's not quite what I was hoping to find. A submarine close to Task Force 19. Fortunately, it's daytime. I can launch from the Hornet a couple of aircraft. And those are going to come in... Oh. Those are not going to come in very handy because I cannot launch them. So we're going to have to start this engagement. Fortunately, I know that there is a submarine. And that means that with the current formation, I should be fine. Let's see if we can spot it. Not likely to work with radar though. I'm very curious to see if the submarine, which was positioned to the south, is actually to the south. Because, for all I know, it could be right in front of me. Let's see if they still have that magical torpedo solution that instantly throws torpedoes your way. Yes. Yes, they do. New contact, submarine. Looks like they're trying to torpedo a cruiser. No. Wait, what are you doing? Are they trying to torpedo a destroyer? Who's the leader of this formation? The Australia. Well, they royally mucked that up. I was going to be careful not to run my ships into each other. Target has been located. Engage. Give me command of the Taylor. You've fluffed your entire torpedo salvo, but then again, I do that on a very regular basis myself. So I'm not surprised. Submarine staying at 33 feet. Fortunately, the Hornet didn't get damaged. I believe she still has some damage. Yeah, the Hornet still has a bit of damage going on, but nothing too serious. A couple of flooded compartments. This could lead to a collision. Slow your ass down. San Diego, you're in a bit of a terrible spot, but that's because these guys started torpedoing me from pretty much the side, which is not what I was expecting. Alright, San Diego, you can move away from this engagement, allowing the Strong to intercept the B1, which is a mere 270 yards in front of me. I'm operating at 8 knots, so we're going to do 10 and intercept it. Taylor, I need you to head in this direction. Australia. Australia's just parked. Just go over there. 18 knots is fine. I just have too many ships in the engagement at the moment. Need to clear that up a little. Submarine range 185, and there she is. Now I know that automatically engaging is easier, but I like to drop these things myself. It's just more... how should I put it? It's very satisfying when you can drop your depth charges and just get the ship killed by yourself. Sorry, boat. This should do. Taylor, this way, buddy. Mirror the course. She's on a heading of 137. Current course 138, 137. Steady as she goes. Increase speed a little. And we're gonna get you. Oh, crap. Oh, no. It's probably worse for the destroyer. Yeah, she has 2 flooded compartments. Fortunately, nothing critical, so it can be repaired. But I thought that this guy would be able to avoid. Apparently, not so. Alright, are we overhead yet? Yeah, pretty much. Alright, let's give him the good news. Slow down. They were doing 8 knots. I'm not sure if they still are. We have... oh, we have a full complement of depth charges. We're good. I need to be a bit farther ahead of them. Taylor, unless you're flooding. Let's slow you down, considering your flooding's in the bow. So it's just going to be the Strong that takes down the submarine. At least that's the plan. One more. They're already getting a blackened stern, so we should have him. But that traffic accident between Australia and the other guy was a bit unfortunate. Re-established contact 1. That's another right or direct impact on their nose. I'm expecting these guys to start flooding pretty quick. Oh, Hornet's still doing loops. Should have told them to just leave the area. Come again? Oh, that's a... right. I heard something. I thought, are you doing a torpedo launch? But couldn't be. Because they don't have any ready. And they don't have a stern launcher like the American subs do. So that means that she is coming up for air. If she still can. Gonna get the guns ready. Hornet, it's seriously time to get out of here. Anybody see any submarines lately? Because I know it's behind me there. Just curious to see if it's going to come to the surface or not. Don't think it is. Depth 256, 255. They might drown before they surface. Park. 200 feet. 160 feet. Yeah, they're definitely coming up. Surprising, really. They took serious damage. Apparently they were still able to get enough ballast out of the ship to make sure it was able to get to the surface. Let's turn that off. Alright, strong, ready the guns. We're gonna have to finish this guy off. I'm not sure why that doesn't work anymore. So that's just the blind fire method. That should work. Where is it? There it is. There it is. Hello, you. We need to have a word. Fire. No, not with your depth charges. With your guns. Thank you. That's more like it. Is their gun knocked out? Because normally these guys serve... Nope, it's not knocked out. They have hit the strong, causing a little bit of damage to the bridge. But I think it's going to be over pretty quick. There we go. Really quick. Good news too, because I was not looking forward to getting another destroyer mauled by a submarine that was supposed to be already dead. Alright, so the strong is okay. You're okay. Australia has fixed her damage, San Diego has, and the Hornet is still going to be damaged a bit, but nothing serious. Now, not a great victory, but still 2 command points gained, and another Type B1 submarine neutralized. How many do they have left with that? Type B1. Still plenty. But the waters are definitely getting cleaned up. Alright, let's carry on. We're still looking for targets. Aircraft spotted near TF-19. That's another scout aircraft. Okay. Ugh. Coming in from the southwest. We're going to head to the southwest, even if it is with the Hornet. And we're going to see if we can find the originating point of that flight. I want you guys to just RTB. And I want to see if the Hornet can launch another flight. Ideally Avengers, but it's going to take me another half hour to get ready. TF-10 is still on patrol here to potentially find the... what was it? The Musashi, I think, that was still out there. 0.9 hours because I just received a flight. Okay. Definitely came in from the southwest. Could be another submarine. I would very much like to find that. Fighting Guadalcanal does not seem to be going anywhere. Oh! Well, that was a bit unexpected. 2 destroyers and 6 merchants. But those guys cannot launch aircraft. So who did? Because this is a bit unexpected. Yeah, I suppose we can just send a flight of Dauntlesses out. We're going to have to begin the encounter, which means that the destroyers and the cruisers are going to have a field day killing off those guys. Just some more of the Tokyo Express is going to get intercepted. Me radar and sonar. We already have a scout aircraft overhead. Everybody in the group, please activate your detection systems. Thank you. Now, scout aircraft flying overhead. I know I can send my dive bombers after it, but I'm actually more interested in finding the convoy that's somewhere supposedly to the southwest. Come on. Thank you. Better. Now, where is the enemy convoy? Where are those guys hiding? Let's send out the Dauntlesses in several different directions, so we can sort of cover a larger area. Uh-huh. Contacts. Oh, we lost them. What's the weather like? Overcast. Visibility 60%, so that should still be fine. Alright, here we go. That is an older design destroyer, and we're going to strike that thing out of existence. Flight 1, engage. The second target is another destroyer. Flight 5, strike, target 8. And then we have a few more Dauntlesses. I'm going to set this separate target for each of these. You're going to get that one. You're going to get that one. You're going to get that one. And number 9 gets target 4. Gentlemen, go and have some fun. Range from my cruisers is also interesting. Australia and San Diego. 26,000 yards, which puts them outside of my range? Yes. No, it puts them inside of my range. My 8-inch guns. Okay. Now, it's not a submarine, that's for sure. It is a destroyer, Japanese make and model. Could be a Moleemann class. No, guns don't line up. Kamikaze, negative. Kamikaze class, 2 funnels, turret, check. Another turret, some sort of searchlight. Torpedo launcher, turrets. Identify target 3 as a Kamikaze class. Target 8 looks very, very similar. No, hold on. I misidentified the one. Not a Kamikaze, it's a Mitsuki. Because it only has 1 torpedo launcher there. Now we're first going to send in the Dauntlesses and not waste any ammunition of the group just yet. I want the Hornet to peel off. I don't need my aircraft carrier taking further damage. So it's going to be the destroyers and the cruisers which are going to be doing the damage. Considering the threat, I'm going to make the Australia the lead ship. And I want San Diego, Strong, and Taylor to line up on her. In a... Yeah, we can go line ahead. 750. Go. Alright, Australia, we're going to head this way. And we're going to look at the Dauntlesses to see how they're doing. Because some of these are commencing their attack right about now. And considering the amount of damage that high explosive bombs can do against destroyers, I think we might not even need to use our guns against the destroyers. They're attacking the Mitsuki. The second one, that is. Dropping. Hit. But only 1. That's a bit limited. I was expecting a bit more than that. And there are the 4 separate ones. This one took a lot more damage. The transports are all opening up against their attackers. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Miss. Hit. 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 Very good. Flight 1. Re-engage. Flight 5. Re-engage. That's 5, 6, 7, and 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. I want you guys to engage target 1, which is, as far as I know, a transport. Because I think that a strafing run can still cause quite a lot of damage here. At least, they seem to be doing quite a bit of damage to my transports when they first attacked me. How are the DDs? Not great. I think you're good as dead. I'm losing a lot of flights here. Gentlemen, veer off. You have done all that I could expect of you. Go home. Well, you still have a plane. Let's do a damage report. We're looking at heavy damage on one of the Mitsukis. The other one, moderate damage and minor flooding. Moderate, minor, 2 are unscathed. Okay, so now it's time for the cruisers to join the party. Why is the Taylor doing something so low? Australia, your range, 20,000 yards. At this point I can open up, but I just don't want to. Because I think it'd be a colossal waste of ammunition. Let's see, what sort of target shall we pick? Yeah, let's just finish off the destroyers first, insofar as this guy still needs help with that. And then plow through the rest of the convoy. It'd be great if I could time compress that, because otherwise it's going to be quite a bit of time to travel. Now, don't be silly and don't ram the strong. Ship that I'm using here, by the way, is a county-class heavy cruiser. Armed with 8 8-inch guns, a couple of 4-inch secondary guns. But, like, very, very few. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all that I can see. It does come with depth charges, it also comes with sonar, and it comes with radar. So it's a bit of a jack of all trades, and especially against a convoy like this, it should have a very easy time getting rid of them. What's my solution like? You're attacking target 4. No, you're not. Stop. Target 3, Mitsuki. We're going to go for high explosive. We have 200 high explosive shells and 400 armor piercing. That should be plenty. A little while later, I cut out a bit of time to make sure that you didn't have to go through all the maneuvering. Hold on. What we got going on here? Don't tell me you guys rammed each other or you're both getting sacked. Well, not for lack of trying. Anyway, what I was trying to do was get into range, and much to my surprise, the enemy was already shooting me, but the Australia couldn't spot them. I could visually see the ships, but the radar couldn't see them. Now, anyways, we have the ability to go after the targets. There's another couple of secondary explosions there. And we're now going to open up against the lead transport ship here with the 8-inch guns. I have set them to spot so that they're going to be using a bit more... well, they're going to take a bit more time to see what's what. A bit more time to see how effective their shells are. I think it's most of these transports, actually, that are doing the shooting at the moment. Yeah, it's this guy. They're using their, what I think is a 4-inch gun against the Australia. Oh, there's the Mitsuki, by the way. Still in the sorry, still in the fight, but heavily damaged. Another secondary explosion on that ship. I haven't hit her again, but she's now critical and heavily flooded. The Mitsuki number 8. Last time I saw her, she was running away to the southeast. Sorry, southwest, and I have no idea where she went since. She just disappeared on me. Now, solution is now 88%. We can take it off of spot. We can go for the just straight attack here. 4-inch guns should also be capable of getting some work in. I think it's the first time that the Australia is actually seeing action, aside from ramming into one of my own ships. Not a bad looking ship. I'm a bit more of a fan of the Atlantic class, but this works, I suppose. Look at this guy. The other guy over there... I'm thinking that might be a transport, but... does appear to be firing. What are you exactly? You're another DD, I think. Oh, sorry, that's the main DD. This might be a transport then. Alright, come starboard. We're going to have to do a bit of maneuvering to bring the stern guns to bear. These guys are doing very, very slow. Please increase speed to flank. We have a convoy to sink. And especially San Diego, in a condition like this, is a perfect ship. Because it's just hunting down a few destroyers, or rather, what was left of them after the Dauntlesses came in, and dealing with a couple of transports. Looks like the guy has been hit. That's number 1. I just want to see how these guys are still alive. Target 1. Minor damage. You've been hit by an 8-inch gun. This is something I don't quite understand about this game. Those transports are tanky. Really, really, really tanky. I should potentially, however, stop firing and go after the Mitsuki though. Just to ensure that that ship doesn't accidentally or intentionally launch torpedoes against me. Because that would be a pretty bad way to go. Solution 30. I'd better not be taking any damage from you guys. Solution 50. Is she dead in the water? No, she's still doing 11 knots. It's almost like she's shooting, but I kind of doubt it. Switch target. Gotta get another one of those destroyers knocked out. In the meanwhile, more and more of my aircraft are leaving the area, which is fine. I don't need them anymore, they're empty anyways. And as we have seen, those transports are actually pretty capable of getting rid of some of my aircraft. That was with the assistance of the destroyers, to be sure. But I was expecting a bit less damage from a transport. Looks like they might have been able to pump out some of the water. But they're now getting hit over and over and over again with the 8-inch guns and the 4-inch support guns. Maneuvering in a bit closer. Only using bow against this target. If I'm not mistaken, then I can use the stern guns. Can I use the stern guns against a different target? Put the alt director on that. Does that work? Of course I need to angle to starboard again. Otherwise the guns won't be able to fire at all. I want to see if I can engage 2 different targets. Because I remember doing that in the tutorial, I just never applied it since. Yeah, there we go. The bow turrets are engaging the, well, what was left of the Mitsuki. And the stern guns were going after the lead transport there. Now I can do the same thing. I want the bow turrets to go after target 2. I want the stern turrets to go after target 1. There are still some others out there, but I might have to chase those down with aircraft, because it seems like it's going to be quite a ride to, well, to try and close in on those. Another Dauntless leaving. I was actually hoping to sink another cruiser or 2. Ideally, of course, a battleship, because those are most valuable. And then with those points buy myself another battleship. But I don't think it's going to be working out quite like that. Target automatically identified, very good. Just waiting for this thing to get killed off, basically. I do have a bit of a campfire going on deck. I'm not sure what they're cooking today. But at least our crew wasn't invited for some reason. Maybe it's for the other transports, because it's the only transport that has a fire going. Gun-wise, 284, 344, that's good. We're throwing high explosive their way and it should be working fine. San Diego, what's your range against target 1? 11,000 yards. Oh. You're going to cut them off and we're going to nail these guys. But I'm going to end the episode here because this really isn't that interesting. I'm just nailing transports. I would rather have something like a battleship to show you guys. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And I'll see you guys soon for another episode.